Well, this is happening. There's a System Shock reboot slash remake on Kickstarter. And it's being headed up by Night Dive Studios, which, if you don't know that name, they primarily work on reacquiring the rights to older games and then updating them so they work on modern platforms and then re-release them. They've done it for things like 7th Guest, 11th Hour, some of the Wizardry games. They did it for System Shock 2, the Tex Murphy games. There's a huge long list you can look up. I've said this before in other videos, but keep in mind my PC is not a gaming PC, so performance may vary for you. Though they say that performance is going to be a little wonky anyway, because this is just a pre-alpha demo. You can get it on Steam, you can get it on, I believe, the Humble Store and GOG as well. If anyone's wondering, I didn't play the original System Shock. I've seen footage of it, but I haven't actually played it. I have System Shock 2, and I have played that.
Confirm. Hello? Hello? Finally got someone. Alright, my name is Rebecca Lansing. I'm a counter-terrorism consul for Triumph. First things first, get something to defend yourself with. You're gonna need it. Things on...
Going by comparison of some old footage of the game, it looks like they stayed pretty faithful to the design, the layout, the puzzles, and some of the enemies that are present in the first stage of this game. As for what they're changing, they say they're going to change around some of the puzzles, some of the game mechanics will be updated, they're going to have a new control scheme. They mentioned and this is a quote, modern inventory management system. Although it seems pretty reminiscent of what was in System Shock 2, where you have some items that can take up multiple spaces. Which reminds me, I should point out, item drops in this demo aren't always the same. Like before, the Servbot gave me a human arm and a soda can, here it also gives me a battery pack. There was one run-through I did of this game where almost every humanoid mutant gave me a healing patch. And I wound up just overloaded with healing items by the time I was near the end. So yeah, item drops can vary pretty wildly in this demo.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
That's something else I should have mentioned, which is they advertised that Terry Brocious is going to come back and voice Showdown again. They're also re-recording a bunch of music for this with a Philharmonic Orchestra, and I don't know if that's going to be the entire soundtrack. I hope it's not the entire soundtrack, because I'm kind of attached to the sort of digital electronic cyberpunky style music that was in System Shock 2. I've actually gone back and listened to a bunch of the OST for the first System Shock, and I'm really liking what I hear so far. So I'm hoping that they don't stray too far from that. Anyway, getting back to the demo itself, it's not that hard to get through as you might expect. They give you a spark beam and a lead pipe for weapons. There's also frag grenades you can pick up, but I never really use those. There's a charge station so that you can always make sure you have 100% charge on your spark beam. And there's also a healing bed, so you're never really in danger of running out of health. Enemy-wise, you're pretty much just dealing with the Servbots, the humanoid mutants, and the repair bots who appear near the end of the demo. And along the way you can inflict mild environmental damage. It's primarily in the form of being able to use the lead pipe or the gun to shoot out or bash out some lights, and also take out the security cameras. Personally, I made it a mission to take out every security camera I could find. Now, as this is a pre-alpha build, there are some problems with this game. For example, if there's an enemy body at the bottom of a ladder and you try climbing up or down it, you get stuck. You can't go down, you can't go up, you can't jump off the ladder. This pretty much soft locks the demo and you have to start over. And by start over, I mean you have to exit the game entirely and then load it back up. Funny story, by the way, I tried closing out Steam, and I couldn't because it said the System Shock demo was still running, even though I closed it out and the process for it was gone. So I had to nuke Steam and then log back in. Another thing to watch out for if you try this, and this might go without saying as it's a pre-alpha, but this demo is especially crash-prone. I've played through the demo of this game 5 times. Twice I completed it, once I soft-locked on the ladder, and twice the game crashed. However, when it does crash, it gives you this pop-up box with an error code and tells you to helpfully let the developers know about this little incident. As for stretch goals on this project, they're talking about things like adding limb dismemberment for enemies, RPG-style progression, additional ammo and weapon types, localization into a bunch of different languages and stuff like that. And it's fair to start getting into those now because it looks like this has like a 99.99% chance of getting funded. As of my narrating this, it's at about $830,000 out of its $900,000 goal, and it has a little over 3 weeks left to raise money. So if you want to get a taste of the not-so-distant future, apparently, though their estimated delivery is December 2017, and usually Kickstarter games get pushed back a few months. But if this seems like something you might be interested in, as I said before, the demo's out there on 3 different platforms, so feel free to give it a try.